This is Corinth Landwalker, and tonight we have another exciting episode of Star Trek Online. As long-time viewers will recall, we have been following the adventures of the alien Tel-El on behalf of the Romulan Republic, and we have gone through the content of Star Trek Online all the way up to the Delta Quadrant, where we are now dealing with the episode arc, Delta Rising. Okay, technically the expansion was Delta Rising. The episode arc is Delta Quadrant. But I will always think of it as Delta Rising because that's how it got introduced, and that's just the way it is. Let's hop into game. We are presently on Kobali Prime, the homeworld of, you guessed it, the Kobali, a species encountered by the USS Voyager.
A group of Alliance ships are currently...
Sorry, but we're not going to be dealing with her this week. And the reason for that is because the Kobali Crisis arc is kind of a part of, and yet separate from the main episode arc. When you go to the episodes, for example, we're going to be picking up next the Capture the Flag, and they will continue the whole Vodwar mess there. However, in order for certain events further down the line to make sense, we're going to be doing the Battle Zone, Adventure Zone, whatever you want to call it, for Kobali Prime. To wit, Kobali Prime is under siege by a species known as the Vodwar. They don't really know why yet. Or so they claim. Is there a dark secret hiding? Captain Harry Kim is kind of suspicious. However, the Vodwar are still a real threat, and Kobali really don't want to get wiped out to extinction, so they have prevailed upon, well, I can't really call it Starfleet, because the Klingons are helping too, and the Romulans are helping too. It's almost as if there was an alliance slowly being born. Okay, it's a little early to call it an alliance yet. But we're getting there. We're getting there. In any event, to refresh the memory, we're going to be... Okay, we haven't actually picked up the mission yet. We're going to speak to the good general over here for the second part of Act 1. General Cannell.
We can't stop until the Vodwar leave our world.
Let's see what he has to say in the defense of Kobali Prime.
My son Jatanian is commanding our forces outside the city. The Vodwar should never have reached us without so much as a warning from him. Something must have happened. Here is his position in the field. Take the nearby transporter and make your way to his command post. He may need assistance.
Now, we have a decent amount of XP coming back. And I feel the need to mention that this week, and I think next week too, is basically a double XP period. So, everything that we're going to be getting double. Of course, if that's the case, and that is looking like a really puny amount of XP ordinarily, because, 4,000 for this is... Well, then again, this is just a travel mission, I think. Well, maybe not. I mean, you don't get rewards like a new rifle for just basically a walk over here mission.
We can't stop until the Vodwar.
Yes. So, we need to use the transporter pad. We didn't really get too much into this last time around because we didn't have to. But over here is the transporter pad. And it's offline. Transporter life pad is offline, sir. According to my scans, it was disabled very recently. It seems there is a problem in the trenches. It looks like we're going to be taking the long way to see Commander Ketanian. Alright. As you may have guessed, however, sooner or later, this transporter pad will become operational, and we will be making use of it. Just, not now. So, off to the war zone. And amazingly, there's nobody between us and them. Nice little safe zone, force fieldish kind of area here. And look, there he is.
We're hanging in there, but we could use your help.
Okay, let's take a good look at this fellow. Does he look like a young guy to you?
I am, although I understand your confusion. Kobali reproduce by reanimating corpses and then integrating them into our society. We're assigned to existing family groups who teach and care for us. My first life was a long one. I don't remember it, however. I am Kobali, and my father is a source of inspiration and wisdom for me.
At which point we get the obligatory, what?
My people do not reproduce in what you would consider a normal fashion. Instead, we use a genetic virus to alter the DNA of corpses from other species, reanimating them and transforming them into Kobali. We call this process rebirth. The process takes several months. Afterward, a new Kobali is assigned to a family group who will help him or her adjust to our culture and learn our language. All memories of the Constaya or past life are left behind. It can be difficult to accept this new life. My father was of great help to me during this time. Some Kobali cannot accept the change and flee to search for their former lives. In these cases, it's our duty to find these lost souls and help them return.
And this is why they're called aliens. Why don't you do it the old-fashioned way?
This is not something we normally discuss with outsiders.
Yeah, good
Suffice
point.
it to say, our ancestors experimented with forces they did not understand, and we were irrevocably changed by their folly. Faced with our own extinction, we found a way to survive. Now rebirth is the greatest gift we can give to the dead. Who wouldn't want a second chance at life?
Now, one could make the argument that technically it's not a second chance at life if their old lives are vaporized somehow. I don't know. But, I'm not here to play species judgment games. I'm concerned about keeping you from being wiped out by the Vodwar, so what do you need?
Yes, we have two problems. Our transporters in our forward base have stopped working, and troop morale is low after the last attack. Could you give us a hand by getting more soldiers back into the fight? I'm still looking into the issue with the transporters.
No problem. I've helped morale in multiple locations. Even on this planet, I think we can get some of these people back into the groove. Of course, I guess what they really mean is the people who are actually outside of this dome fighting. Okay, we can do that. Hi there, what are you doing sitting around here? I'm sure you're surprised about me jumping. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything about that unusual sight over there. Like I said, I'm not here to judge species, and I'm not judging them either. Yes, back to the fight. Oops. No. Hiding behind cargo carriers, not the way to go. Fight for your world, man. We did. And it worked out just smashing for us.
Thank you. The soldiers have been beaten down so much I can barely keep them going. But they seem bolstered by the outside help. We still have no idea what's disrupting our transporters. Maybe you can find something on the Vodwar or from any of their crates in that area.
Okay. So we gotta fix the transporter. Kinda knew that was coming, didn't we? So we got stuff Now, since this is an adventure zone, you can find your different missions. This one will allow us to scan the conspicuous VODWAR device and discover it's no simple canister, but an experimental area cloaking device. This can only mean the VODWAR have infiltrators hidden in areas where the device is placed. Figure out a plan how to overload the device, and then create a plan, overload the device, which will electrify hidden VODWAR, then you defeat them. Sounds easy, right? This will give us more XP, more expertise, delta marks, and dilithium ore. You know, speaking of delta marks, I should have taken that administrivia beforehand. We have a couple of things here that we can complete. We have some Romulan marks we can turn in, and we'll select the daily for that. Delta Alliance, we're going to collect the rewards. We're going to claim Tier 1 reputation, which will take about 5-10 seconds. 5 seconds. Collect that, and we will begin the next tier. Now, to remind that we will have new traits available. One will give ground weapons increased penetration through armor, and the other one will increase ground run speed. Oh gosh, that sounds like it's a pretty nice one, doesn't it? Let's see what we got right now. Crit, knockdown, crit, module recharge. You know, this is a tough one. I like all of these, and yet being able to run faster means cover more territory. So we're going to take that physical conditioning so we can do more running. Oh, speaking of things, look, it's one of those canisters. Oops, they're all right here. That's embarrassing. Oops, we have plenty of commandos here who want to play too. Okay, the good news is we're all still breathing. Now we're going to get a little closer to the front lines here. We'll drop a nuke on those guys, see if that helps out. Oh, that worked out remarkably well. Ah! VODWAR placed transport inhibitors in the area to block the Kobali advance. Send the data to the Piri. We need to just find a way to disable them. Okay, we've got a wavelength that we can disable the inhibitors. We've got to get close enough to trigger them. Let's do that. This is effectively another one of those found missions. Ah, nuts. I was hoping they'd ignore me. Okay, let's get the first inhibitor out of the way. Oops, I'm being targeted. Yeah, this is what you call an area that's crawling with VODWAR, and that's a bad place to be. The miracle is that I'm not dead yet. Okay, pause, regroup for a second. And then let's see if we can get a couple more of these inhibitors out of the way. Oh, I have a sneaking feeling that disabling that thing was one of the things that caused those guys to spawn in. Something to look forward to with the other ones. Although it seems like I only have to deal with one more. Yeah, I might as well shoot these guys. They'd be coming after me anyway. Disrupt. Alright, we should now be able to activate the Kobali transporter. We just have to, you know, find it. Okay, this is getting to be a little out of hand here. Let's get the medical... Let's call down some combat supplies. Alright, looks like it's to the northwest. Let's see what we can find in this direction. What I'd like to find is another one of those canisters. But failing that... Oh, wait, is that one of them? Yes, it is! Oh, come on, you guys. You're interrupting me from valuable intelligence work. Now let's see if I can disrupt this. Bang! Oh, guys, rough break. And that's 2. Now if we can find a third one somewhere, then we'll have something. Yeah, I didn't think so. The scan is probably leading me to the transporter. And here they are. And look, here we go. A little bit of ore, the daily dilithium, delta marks, which is 56, and a heap of XP. Actually, that seemed to be from something else. I really don't want to do this in case it actually transports me, but
Captain Kim here. I need to speak to you as soon as you return to the city.
I'll keep that in mind. However, not quite ready to go to the city yet because I do want to take care of that last canister. I just hate loose ends. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little hard to find because we don't have anything on the map that looks like it's an obvious area to search. Of course, it might be heading closer back to Kobali territory. It makes a certain amount of sense. Oops. Oh, I've made a horrible, horrible mistake. Oh, it's worse than I thought. I'm gonna go down here because that spread my lines way too thin. That's okay though, because it gets me close to where I want to be. Back in the Star Wars Galaxies days, we would call that the Clone Express. Basically, you go in. I could go over here and do the group mission. But I have other priorities. Oh, come on, guys. You aren't supposed to get involved over there. God, tell you, my people sometimes. Following orders is not their strongest trait. Come on, canister. Super sneaky canister. Where are you hiding? I have no idea, but I know that those guys are not where I want them to be. Yeah, some of these guys you'll see are immune because they have some sort of there we go. The tech commandos are shielding them. Ah, come on. Did Node just fall down again? Are all my doctors made out of tissue paper? And still no closer to finding... Oh, I take it back. And since we seem to have fought everybody off here... Whoopsie, not good. Get those medical tricorders down.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Oh good, I think I got a specialization point. Okay, we're fortifying up this area as a hard point with all my fortifications here. Turrets, shield generators. Only thing I don't have are the plasma turrets. Okay, now even though I could probably get to where I want to go the other way, we are going to... Okay, might as well shoot these guys while we're here. Otherwise they'll just shoot us in the back. There we go. Probably as long as I can get to the transporter, I can regroup the rest of my people there as needed, so... If they're not following me, fine. But it looks like they are doing the smart thing for a change. Alright, Captain Kim sounded like he had something urgent to tell us. Let's go see what the good fellow has to say.
I've been noticing something strange. When I first met the Kobali, they didn't seem to be a particularly religious people. Lindsay, Jalaya I mean, certainly didn't say anything about it. However, now, almost every Kobali I've met follows one creed. And there's a temple located just beyond the trenches. I've tried to find out more about their practices, but they keep telling me it's forbidden to share them with outsiders.
Yeah. It will probably not be shocking if I told you that Harry and this Lindsay got along pretty well, shall we say, before she ended up, you know, getting killed and brought back as a Kobali. There are some other interesting details about that episode, but I'm going to hold on to them right now because I want them to be a surprise. But let's deal with it right now. Is this a religious war?
Maybe, but I don't remember the Vodwar having a particular belief system either. This may not be much, but I'll continue my investigations. Maybe this one is a dead end.
Keep at it. There's something funny going on. And that takes care of the sun. The Vodwar shut down the transporter. They're devious, aren't they? With the transporter operational, we can easily send supplies to our forward base. That will help. I'll let you know when we could use your aid again. But I'm sorry I cannot answer any questions about our religion. Privacy is an essential part of our practice, and the temple is a sacred space. Only Kobali are permitted to enter. So, let's grab the XP rewards.
I'm sorry, but could you return later? I believe you need a break. You've already done so much for us. We couldn't possibly ask you for more. Thank you again.
Sure sounds like a closing part of an episode, doesn't it? On the other hand, maybe he's not the guy we want to talk to. After doing this little detail with Harry, XP, again, standard. Expertise, standard. Energy dampening armor, Mark 13. Worthy of potential upgrades in the future. Maybe. In the meantime, since I'm here and relatively safe, let's see what I got as far as new rhymeless equipment. More plasma cannons, not bad. Thoron infused Polaron wide beam pistol. Now that was going to give me Polaron damage and wide beam. Critical hit, damage, not bad, not bad. And finally, the reward I got from the last one was a Mark 13 Kobali split beam rifle. Now, that is a very nice weapon to be playing around with, so I'm going to swap out the Rhineland rifle I'm using. At least for now. I'm going to keep the Rhineland plasma pistol right now. No is a possibility. It's tempting to replace Varara Talons. I mean, I like him using the Zemhadar weaponry, but, you know, choices. And I'm not replacing Shayla's weapon at all. So we're going to... who am I kidding? We'll replace the Rhineland weapon with a Thoron weapon. I'm horrible. At some point, I should actually start thinking about filling out the rest of these roster spaces. I've got, like, 11 bridge officers. But there are, more possibilities on the way, and we'll deal with that as we get there. In the meantime, I just like the little crossbow design of this weapon. Let's take a look at it again. It's like a energy crossbow weapon, and it's doing hold on damage. Yep. All right, let's have it. Well, let's not have the gun out when we're chatting with Harry.
I've discovered a few interesting things that can help us with the Kobali. Do you have anything on your end?
Well, the general's being weird, but I'm assuming, for all I know, that's his normal behavior.
I've been thinking. Our only way to find out what the Kobali are hiding is through the Vodwar. We need to find out where they're focusing their attacks, and then why. That may be able to shed some light on the situation.
Okay, communications. What do we know?
Yes. My crew was looking into why our signal jammers weren't working, and we found that the Vodwar have comm beacons in all of their camps that act as a miniature subspace array. They can't be jammed because they're shielded, and they provide all the Vodwar need for controlled, secure communications. Ingenious, really. I wonder if the Starfleet Corps of Engineers could whip up something like that for us. If Milana were here, I'm sure she could.
Hey,
Anyway,
don't count out
if we
the
could place a
engineers
trace on
here.
one of the Vodwar beacons.
We can get their communications. I like it.
Exactly. Once we find out where the Vodwar plan to attack, we can reinforce the Kobali and find out what, if anything, they're hiding. There are 4 communications arrays in the trenches area. Planting a trace on each of them should allow the engineers on your ship to spy on the Vodwar.
Sounds like a plan. I'll handle that. So let's get back in the field and let's take the shortcut, shall we? Now that we have a working transporter again. Activate. Energize to the city outskirts. And we're back in the mix. We have a couple different locations, well, 3 specifically, and they're pretty widely varied. And it looks like, I think this is in Kobali, yeah, it's a Kobali campsite. Oh, let's head over there first. I just want to see if there's anything interesting in here, that's all. No, nothing all that interesting. It's just a safe zone. But it's a place we can retreat to. That's no big deal. I didn't actually... That's part of the zone mission that was going on that I could have gotten involved with that I decided to bypass. It failed, so I got minimal rewards for something that I didn't really participate in. I know. They're piddling rewards, though, for failing, so I don't feel so bad about taking advantage of something that I didn't actually do. Okay, it's promising. And a fallen Kobali's over here, which is indicating a possible found mission here. Why they died. There's a memento of his family in his hand. You remember seeing several Vodwar desecrating fallen Kobali by stealing these items. The Kobali families would be grateful if you recovered these timeless mementos from the Vodwar who have stolen. Now, I'm going to guess that this is going to basically be random drops from enemies. So, you know, things to look forward to. Okay, we are kind of... Man, I cannot get over seeing the Lachi walkers on our side here. It could have something to do with me, you know, having to fight and nearly get killed by the Alachi multiple times. That might be coloring my opinion just a little bit. That was kind of fun. Unfortunately, I seem to have put myself in a very bad place. Okay, calm down. Don't panic. There we go. You're only stuck for as long as you... Ah! Damn those good Alachi walkers. Let's tag that array. Well, somewhere along the line I recovered one memento. I have no idea how, but... Okay, let's get out this way. There we go. Ooh, water. And that, in case you're wondering, is the Kobali Temple. We'll be seeing it again. In the meantime, let's take some pot shots at a bunch of Vodwar. Yeah, apparently I'm getting these drops. Oops. I didn't mean to go after those guys. Yeah, we're getting the memento drops. Is basically if I take them down, I'm getting incremented. That's good, as far as it goes. Ooh, look, it's a trio of Vodwar all alone. These tech guys are really annoying. And one more memento before that gets finished. You know, if I had the thing that wasn't on cooldown, so why don't we just pop a turret here, let it start doing the work for me. Now the catchy thing, well, I'm not going to say the nice thing, and complete my found mission. I'm not going to say the nice thing exactly, but the interesting thing about the Vodwar is that they'll use tactics here. Damn that walker. They will try to get around you to get flanking, so they get the extra bonus damage when they hit you. That's smart tactics. So I'm going to give them full props for their activity there. And look, these guys have conveniently cleared out this area. How nice of them. Okay, send it to the Puri. Wait. We have the data, although the trace was cut short. The Vodwar must have discovered it. The Vodwar's tactical plan seemed to revolve around the temple, not the city itself. According to this, there is a large sealed door that they have been unable to break through until now. They may be planning a large assault on the area soon. Right. Give me to Captain Kim. Actually, before you give me to Captain Kim, let me try to find an area that isn't so obviously wide open and ripe for lots of people shooting at me.
large squad of armed Kobali just left, but they wouldn't say where they were going. Did you find any information?
Yep, they're heading to the temple.
The temple? That must be where the Kobali are going. We have to help the Kobali defend that temple. Afterwards, maybe we can see why it's so important to the Vodwar.
As my compatriots here in the Republic would probably hate me for saying this, but that sounds logical. So, temple, and we have a number of things going on here, actually. Oh, there's another one of these area missions going on here. That's why I've got it going here. But I'm more interested in completing the temple mission, so let's see if I can go around the long way. Temple defense. This probably is not going to go as well as I would like, because I'm all the way down here, far away from the action. Oh no. Oh man, I'm horrible that way. I meant to do that. Let's grab these items just in case there's anything entertaining there. Oh, hi Vodwar Scout.
Enemy target.
Nuke, nuke, nuke. Get over here, no. Alright, now we're almost in a position where we can actually do our defensive maneuvers. Okay, Noah's apparently got the relative ability to withstand damage like tissue paper. Okay, that did not go well. Where's Marara? Give him a chance to get me back up. That's right, keep frying the shield generator. Ignore the real threat. Don't mind me, I'm just going to take the opportunity while I'm only being assaulted by one of you.
Flanking damage detected.
Alright. Despite really bad odds there, we managed to get past that and get to the temple area, where I am going to start slapping down defenses. Gonna put a shield down here. Gonna be a medical device here. Gonna put a cover shield here. Gonna put down the combat resupply. Oh, they're coming from the side. I did not see that one coming. So far, so good. I was expecting more attack. Oh, there we are. There we go. No, no, no. You do not get to take us down. Man, I love using telekinesis. Oops. Yikes, they fried my cover shield. That's impressive work. And there we go. We've completed the temple defense mission. Let's talk to Captain
Temple is
Kim.
secure and the doors to it are still open. This is our chance. Go ahead. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Time to sneak in on our tippy toes. Beginning the Dragon's Teeth. Same crew. We're not going to swap out now. And loading, loading, loading. Yes, even though this content is God knows how many years old, it still takes forever and a day to load it in.
Looks like we've made it to the lowest level of the temple.
Oh, there you join us.
Let's see what's in there.
Knock, knock. Basically speaking, if it doesn't look like a Kobali, shoot it. Oh. Unfortunately, it looks like the Vodwar are definitely... Whoa! I think we just found some of these guys. And I'm hitting the wrong button. What the hell? Why is my... Okay, I have no idea why I went to hand on that. I guess we can't really check the other Kobali anymore. Nothing fancy in the window here. Oops, more commandos. Rude. The Sultan of Stun. Thank you, Harry Kim. I still can't see anything interesting there. Keep on walking. Oh, more guys over there. Let's see. Nuke hasn't been charged yet, so we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. With lots and lots of guns. No, don't see anything in here. So far, this temple has proven to be an incredible disappointment. Oh, look! I think we found the way in. Let's get some additional help. You know, I was really hoping I would have better luck beaming in multiple turrets. I have duty officers that are supposed to give me a chance to do that. But it don't look like it's working so well. Stabilize injured Kobali. Hey, someone who's alive. I'm willing. Thank you. I am Metia.
Thank you. If you are here, then it means our secret is revealed. I am sorry, but we did what we needed to survive.
Now that doesn't sound good, does it? Can you open the door?
Take this. It is the code to open the door. Please, do not judge our people too harshly. You would have done the same if you faced extinction.
We'll see. Open sesame. Let's see exactly what they're so ashamed of.
That's a lot of stasis pods.
Oh, is that what those are? And oh my,
Let's get a scan of these. We need to know more.
there is a lot of stasis pods. Lots and lots of stasis pods. Okay, this is bad. That looks an awful lot like a Vodwar in there. It is a Vodwar, but it's not a soldier. This was a massive storage chamber for the non-military Vodwar elite. And the Kobali have been taking them and converting them into Kobali. Okay, that's not good. There are at least 300 tubes that have had their inhabitants taken and turned to Kobali over the last 10 years. However, many more tubes have been taken since the Kobali arrived on the planet. It is enough that a large portion of Kobali that I've met were probably once Vodwar. Scan the empty pods. They all show signs of internal technical failure. No pods that are currently intact have been touched. Of the pods that failed, several of them were repaired and used to store the bodies that the Kobali wish to use in the future. Okay, well, this just got complicated. If the Kobali have been taking Vodwar, say if they grabbed the ones that had the stasis pods that stopped working, still, I can see how the Vodwar might consider it sacrilege.
I never imagined that we would find this. The Vodwar aren't fighting the Kobali over territory. They want their people back. This is why the Kobali stopped wandering. Everything they needed was here. It's not right. Some of the Vodwar in the stasis tubes could still be revived. The Vodwar are a dying race. Their methods may be extreme, but they're doing what they think they need to do to survive, just like the Kobali are.
Now, a Starfleet captain would undoubtedly say that we're not here to change their culture. However, I work for the Romulan Republic. Yeah, we gotta do something about
I'm glad
this.
you agree with me. We need to take this information to the General and get him to explain why they hid this from us. If the Kobali had been upfront with us from the start, we could have figured out a better solution for this.
Agreed. Let's have a chat. Besides, I got another mission I got turned into him anyway. Oh, how convenient. They're gonna let me go. Oh, return to the surface. I guess they're not gonna. Well, maybe they'll still pop me there. Yeah.
You both returned.
General, we know about the temple. When were you going to tell us?
Secrecy protected our future, Captain.
They also kind of endangered your present.
How are we supposed to help you if you won't even tell us what the problem is?
That's enough, Captain.
Nope, someone just pulled rank.
Captain Drawley, you're late.
The Kazon delayed me. What's the situation?
Kobali Temple is full of Vodwar stasis pods that they're using to reproduce. Nothing much.
I see. Captain Kim, no matter our personal feelings, we must follow the Prime Directive. We are not here to change the Kobali culture. We are here to protect them.
We'll talk more about this in private. I'm sure we'll see you again soon.
Yes, that we will. So, Cannell, we have a couple things to talk about here. I'm sorry, Admiral, for everything. We never should have lied, but you're an outsider, and we've learned from past experience that not everyone can accept or even understand what we accept as necessary. I couldn't risk losing your support. It won't happen again. I'll give you all the information you need. The Vodwar will not stop, even if we return the remaining stasis pods. You know they won't. Look at what they've done to Turay. Even the Krenum have fallen. I'll give you some time. We'll talk again when I have more information on our next move. Well, you know, he's kind of right there. I mean, in order to negotiate with the Vodwar, we'd have to talk with Gaul. We're not exactly on speaking terms with Gaul right now, who is the current leader of the Vodwar. Let's grab our stuff.
Before we begin, I must apologize on behalf of the Kobali people.
No, we're not quite there yet, Canal. You still have something else you gotta... Yes. Why they died. Thank you, Admiral. It will mean a lot to the families to have these mementos back. The Kobali have a tradition of giving family mementos to those who are going to go into danger. While it is sad that our friends have died, their memories shall live on in these mementos. Their families shall remember what they fought and died for.
We can't stop until the Vodwar leave our world.
So, moving on. Data recovery. Boy, you know, compared to the other missions we've had so far, this is kind of a tame-sounding mission.
Before we begin, I must apologize on behalf of the Kobali people. We meant no harm in using the Vodwar. When we found the stasis pods, many of them were damaged beyond saving. We honored their fallen by using their forms to preserve our species. The Vodwar, however, do not... Our ways are difficult to understand. For some, they may be reprehensible. No matter what the Vodwar think, we cannot end this practice without dooming our species to extinction. And that we will not do. Jetanian has sent word that he needs aid. Are you willing to help him?
Oh, I know, we're not exactly for extinction, so yeah. XP, expertise, and a major research boost, which will theoretically improve our chances of better quality equipment. At some point, I'm going to have to seriously look into that.
The Vodwar leave our world.
Alright. For this, we can pretty much go out the front door. We don't need to use the transporter because the transporter isn't going to get us anywhere that we want to go. Not unless there's a transporter over in this camp, of course. I kind of doubt it. That would just be silly. Okay, Titanian. What can we do for you?
We're hanging in there, but we could use your help.
Yeah, there was some talk about you needing support.
Yes, thank you for coming. One of our bases has been overrun. That facility contained research vital to our cause. Could you go to the base, recover the data, and bring it to one of our forward command posts? One of our scientists will be there waiting for you.
I'll recover the data from the overrun Kobali base. Taking a look at our map. And you know what? Let's take a second to look over the map a little more carefully here. You'll notice that we have information on all the regions that we are here. Now you'll see right now my level is listed as 51, which corresponds neatly to this set of areas. Presumably when I go into the forest here, it'll go up to 52. And then as we get further and further down the line here, we will get to 53. But that's a little ways away. Just a bit. Just a bit. Ew. And it looks like just a bit is going to be a long... Well, no, because that recovery operation is not the same as this recovery operation. I think. I hope. Now, this was a big deal back in the day because when Delta Rising was first released, 55, I'm pretty sure, was the max level. It might be 60, actually. I don't recall for certain. It's been that long. But the upshot is that you need to get up in levels past your level 50, where you pretty much started out. And remember, back then, leveling was nerfed hard between 50 and 60. It's only been rebalanced in the years since. But when this became an adventure zone, they put in the max level area, and you'll notice that when you go to some fleet actions or some of the other adventure worlds, like Nimbus 3, for example, your level will go down to match what their level range is. We'll have to see if my level for my effective level goes up when I go into the forest area. But that will not happen now. Right now, we're heading towards the eastern outskirts, and so we can try to recover some data. And if we're really, really lucky, we'll be able to get to it with a minimum of trouble. Okay, so much for minimum of trouble. Maybe if I drop a nuke. Yeah, that cleaned that area out pretty good, didn't it? It's nice when things work the way they should. Oh, yeah! When I can get 3 turrets spawn, yeah, baby. Unfortunately, I've got to abandon it now because okay, I'm going to assume I need to go up here because the big arrow for the objective is pointing up. Oops, we've been seen. And there's our terminal. Let's patch in. Managed to gather some data regarding how their turret and radio towers operate. Scans indicate that more data could be found from other consoles connected to the towers. This information could be used to help the Kobali construct their own versions of these towers. I'm getting the impression that this is actually separate from my current mission. Which begs the question. Where's the Kobali data? Well, it could be down there. Oh, hold on. What did I just get here? Oh, it's in the boxes. This data has the biology of the Vadwar. Let's see if a scan will get me. Oh, is this one I use? No. Here we are. Another Kobali box. And look, it's another tower. That's another communications thing. Let's knock these guys out. There's a little bit more of them than I thought there would be. That's the problem sometimes. Sometimes I'm hitting the weapon so hard and so frequently that I end up shooting someone I didn't actually want to, and suddenly I'm aggroing more opponents. Okay, second tower console. Down. And another box over here. Studies on Vadwar corpses, you know. I'm not so sure that we really wanted to pick that up. Whoops! That's what I get for going around a corner. Oh, it just got really crowded over there. Let's not go that way. Kobali found the Vadwar were spying on several of the scientists. I wonder if I can drop a nuke over there. That would take care of a lot of my problems. Ah, did it again.
Shield losing power.
Trying to hit another one of those towers.
Shield losing power.
Unfortunately, I might have to go back to one of the ones I've already hit.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Yeah, keep them off my back for a second while I finish this data. Kobali are attempting to hide biological research from the Vodwall. Well, big shock there, right? Okay, these guys want to fight? Let's fight. Unfortunately, I can't make any of those towers work. So there's one more tower somewhere that I should be able to activate. And it's not any of these. More data I can scan though. Recommend accessing the Vodwar console to erase Kobali data. Well, naturally, it's not where I want to go. Oh boy. They do not make this easy. Is that a tower I can use down there? Yes, I think it is. Let's drop the nuke on them. And done. Okay. That was nice. Looks like there's an area that I can turn into, but we're going to save. We're going to kind of hold off on that and get back to, you know, the mission I was actually here to do. Erase data. Dun, 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 dun. Erase, erase, erase. Okay. We want to go to the next campsite, preferably without being dead first. Well, conveniently, this is moving in the right direction. Hi, Vodwar Scout. Yeah, that's a mistake running into a whole bunch of Kobalis. Boy, I fail in interpretation. Conveniently, the person I need to give the data recovery to on both missions is the same person. Hanson Saldor.
Thank goodness you're here. You've recovered the data from our lost base? Excellent. I knew you could get the job done. Now, we need your expertise on several issues we're encountering.
Sure. I also have some data from nearby Vodwar towers.
Excellent. This will go a long way toward our efforts to build better defenses against the Vodwar. Do not hesitate to bring us more information from the towers, should you come across it.
And get some more stuff out of it. And now, you will see that with this mission, we have completed Act 1 of the Kobali Crisis. So, we get this piddling amount of reward for completing the container mission. Now, this is the second act. An act with 3 parts. And it indicates that, yeah, we can replay them in the future as well.
The scientist in our camp could use your help. We are examining the bodies of fallen Vodwar and are encountering a type of chemical we have never seen before.
Didn't he sound different a minute ago?
You may have the resources to identify.
Doesn't he kind of sound like Cannell? I'm just saying. Oh, there's another one of those failed missions. Darn. Okay, so fallen Vodwar, type of chemicals. See if we can identify it. And the reward on this, in addition to XP and expertise, of course, is a career-specific Mark 13 reward. Now that will be something that is very, very useful. Speaking of useful, let's take a quick look at the armor situation of my crew here. Well, this is better than what I'm... Well, in a way it's better, in a way it's not. This is a phaser and physical resist. Whereas what I'm wearing now gives me lots more wider... I can't bring myself to give up this particular suit of armor. No is wearing an his polyalloy weave. He could use an improvement. I think Varsal is going to be the winner here because he's using the baseline armor and he's usually part of the crew. And we're pretty good with weapons for now. And everyone's shields are pretty much where they want to be. I wonder what it would take to upgrade this. Let's go with basic. Yeah. Basic isn't going to even get me part way there. I mean, that's like nothing. That's 2,000, and I need 32,000. Ugh. Forget this. We're not going to be doing upgrades anytime soon with that. Ugh. Those are just... Ugh. Okay, we seem to have a number of people here. Let's scan them for their chemicals. That sounds wrong. Scans pick up a foreign chemical in the Vodwar's bloodstream and DNA. The chemical does not appear to enhance anything in their physiology, but there are traces of Kobali signatures in the chemical patterns. Let's send the findings to the ship. Maybe they can analyze it with, you know, computers that are not portable. We've received the data. These are interesting. The presence of Kobali-like signature gives me an idea. I'm going to run a quick simulation that replicates the genetic virus that Kobali used to turn corpses into living Kobali. Aha! What do you find? The Vodwar have injected themselves with a chemical to prevent the Kobali from turning them into, well, Kobali. It's highly experimental, somewhat volatile, but it works. If the Vodwar perfected it... Shouldn't there be a word in here somewhere? If the Vodwar perfected it, managed to... But the Vodwar who perfected it? Managed to inject it into all the stasis pods beneath the temple, they can stop the Kobali from taking their people. Well, I can tell how that's going to go over. Yeah, guess what I found.
Excellent work. We've already lost several scouts assigned to search the Vodwar bases for this information. Oh no! This could be devastating. The Vodwar intend to destroy our ability to reproduce. We need more information about this chemical.
Now, if I were from Starfleet, I'd probably be concerned about transforming the Vodwar killed in the battle into Kobali. On the other hand, the Kobali seem, well, you know, here we go, the moral dilemmas here. I mean, on the one hand, the Vodwar are the aggressors, but the Kobali have been transforming their corpses that have been stasis pods into Kobali. Maybe this needs to be looked at a little closer, huh?
Of course we are. What else would we do with them? We give the Fallen a chance to be reborn. And now that the Vodwar are attempting to eliminate our entire species, we must take every opportunity to expand it.
You don't think that they might be a little hacked off by that?
Dishonorable. We believe that not turning a lost soul into a Kobali is a grave insult. It is saying that person was so despised, so destructive, that they do not deserve a second chance at life. I would not wish that upon anyone. Not even the Vodwar.
Remind me not to die on Kobali Prime. Let's get back to the matter at hand.
We have already lost several scouts trying to get this information. Now we need to focus our efforts on obtaining samples of this chemical. We have no scouts to spare, so you will have to take up the charge to recover chemical samples, either from dead Vodwar or canisters left in the field.
You sure your people are dead?
We have reports that they may still be alive. However, we have to act fast on this new lead. If we do not strike now and gather more samples, the Vodwar could potentially stockpile more of these chemicals. It is a regrettable decision, but we must consider the future of our people. Our scouts knew the dangers of their mission.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not giving up so easily. We're going to go after the scouts. Stockpile's going to be blown up. I'm pretty sure that Kobali who are killed are pretty much done with being alive. I'm pretty sure they don't get a third chance. Oh, and there's landmines in this area too. That's going to make life entertaining. You'll understand what I'm talking about shortly. Oh, look, I think we found a scout. And not just these Vodwar scouts, I mean a Kobali scout, and he's still alive. Yeah, let's bring survivors. Ah, and see that up ahead? That's one of those landmine things. If I can get around there without, getting myself killed. Oops. Speaking of not getting killed. Ah! Nuts! Too many of these guys. Heck with the landmines. I gotta worry about the Vodwar first. Okay. Now what happens here is you go in here, and there's a detonation thing. You can scramble the proximity sensor, and everything shrinks down. And you can get closer and deactivate them as you get closer.
Enemy targets uncensored. Personal shield losing power.
And there you go. Now there's an escalation trigger thing that's 5 minutes, and I'm not really sure what that means, but I'm not going to trigger it because you can see that, well, take a look at that bar here. It's like tiny amounts there. We have way too many of these guys around here. Oh, we found another scout too. Some of the scouts, managed to get a couple apparently. That was an accident. Some of them mentioned an abandoned Vodwar base nearby. They might have left something behind. This could be a good opportunity for us to look for more details on the Vodwar plans. What are your orders? We're gonna take ourselves a trip. The heck with those landmines. And this is where things start getting entertaining. Nobody around. You can generally assume that this means there's probably going to be a horrible surprise somewhere. So let's prep the battlefield a little bit, shall we? Nuts, I was hoping to get another triple play of those things, but... And we're going to put the cover shield in front of the generator. It's an ambush! What a shock. And let me pop the combat supply thing out so we get the buffs as we fight. So far, so good. And here come more.
I'm dealing with reinforcements. We have to form a plan of attack.
Really? Form a plan of attack, you say? I would never come up with that on my own.
I'll try to override the console. We need to get these shield generators working.
Okay. Well, luckily I am an engineer. Repairing things is my thing. Oh, shield upgrade. There's irony for you. Now find me another, 20 of those, and then we can talk. Just 2 more. Okay, there's 1. And 1 more, all the way over here. Shields are up, but we have trouble inbound. Luckily, their assault this time is no better than it was the first time.
Console is all yours. Get all the data you can.
That's it. You know, they really need to link up the voices with the actors here, because that sounded more like Harry Kim than Dralia. Okay, more rewards. And you'll notice that the Delta marks are like 5 for those packages. The first time you do it in a day, you get a heap. Then anytime you do further packages, they're tiny. That's the way it is.
Have you found anything?
Well, I seem to be saying something that
If that's true,
they didn't
then
bother telling anybody.
the Bodwar intend to infect everyone on the planet, living and dead, with this virus. If they
Okay,
succeed,
that's serious.
it could mean the extinction of the Kobali people. I'll stay here to gather more data. Recommend you inform the Kobali immediately.
They really need to do some passes on this stuff. Okay, we're back in the forward command center. They saved us the trip. Oh, right. The Vodwar plan is to spread the anti-Kobali serum to pretty much everybody.
I don't even... We can't let this happen. The Vadwar clearly want more than this planet. They want to drive us to extinction. Please, take this news to General Kinnell. We've repaired the transporter at this base, so you should be able to come and go as you please.
And that is an important detail because, again, take a look at the amount of space that we have here. One would hope that there are transporters littered through this area, or otherwise, things could get awfully rough going back and forth. But in the meantime, let's take advantage of the presence of the transporters and have a talk with General Kinnell. And you'll see that we can go to the city outskirts too. We're not, but we could. So, just back up. Really, this would be a nice place if it weren't for, you know, the fact that we're in a war zone. There's Harry still doing his thing over to the right. Ah, Alachi! Kill it, kill it, kill it! Sorry, I might be a little prejudiced.
The Vodwar plan to make all organisms immune to rebirth? They have gone far beyond what I thought they were capable of. This is no real war. This is an attempt at genocide. I will inform the members of the Alliance at once. We may need to move battle operations forward to combat this new threat. We will need your help again soon enough.
Yes, you probably will.
Our forward base in the hills has new information regarding the Vadwar's
Ah.
chemical attack plans. Can you meet with Hanshin Sadalor about this new intel? I imagine, given our track record, that this will not be as easy a task as it sounds.
You think? XP and a major technology boost. Again, fairly nice. Something worth using as upgrades someday. Unfortunately, I was hoping to get something a little bit better off of this drop than a transphasic bomb. I will probably be selling that off at some point. Because, honestly, that's just bleh. And as for the engineering kit, well, no, I'm afraid I'm pretty happy with the one I'm using now. This doesn't actually improve anything for me. So, no love for the engineering kit career-specific stuff here. Not happy with you, but that's what happens when you let random chance determine your loot. Let's go back to the hillside base. And we're back. Let's talk tactics. General said you had news.
Yes, I do. The Vadwar have data on their project somewhere in the hills. Our scouts attempted to recover more information, but they never made it back to base. The data should still be on them if you can find their bodies. It is a grim task, but could you recover the data and then search for information on the chemicals?
We'll do what we can. Oops, wrong way. Now, if you'll notice that we are at level 52 here. We are officially in the forest area, so that did increase from the 51 that we had been at. Okay, and we're still almost done with the mines here. Somebody else must have done a mine because they've gone up a little bit here. But right now, we're more interested in dead Kobali. That sounded harsh. But it is regrettable that that is what we need to do. And here's one now. I'm pretty sure, well, no, actually, I think that's, yeah, dead Vadwar. Not dead Vadwar we want. Well, yes, we want dead Vadwar, but they're not the priority. More dead Vadwar. And it looks like if I want to get across here, I'm going to have to deactivate this mine. Now you'll notice that there is a doohickey there with the mine detonation there. So you can screw this up and blow up. Mission failed. My heart bleeds. Unfortunately, we're still Actually, we're going further away from where we need to be. Oh, good. And my good buddy, the Jemadar, decided to pick a fight. This is what happens when I don't have these guys set on the castle. Now that looks like a Kobali. I don't even... Get back here!
Enemy targets uncensored.
Criminy, my people are just out to cause me all kinds of headaches sometimes. Little fun fact. Don't shoot unless it's going to actually benefit us. More dead Kobali, and I think that one up there, if I can get up there. Got some partial data. And done. We got the location of a Vodwar base in the hills containing data on the chemicals. And it's conveniently on the way up here. Now let's see, we have a whole bunch of Vodwar over there, so let's drop the nuke. I love it when a plan works. Particularly if I can, you know, cut down the amount of opposition before they become seriously problematic. Alright, let's do our little data raid here. Oh, that was one. Oh, the other one's over there. And they've got a lieutenant there too. Awesome. Let's arrange for him to get shot at. Combat supply. Let's get as many buffs as we can. Hopefully some of them will be heal buffs. Oh, that ended a lot faster than I expected. Yeah, recovery operation, blah, blah, blah. Hey, they want to keep giving me free stuff? Captain, I've analyzed the data and determined that it details part of the composition of the anti-Kobali chemical virus. The Vodwar split the data into 3 parts and hid each one in a separate base. If we could recover all 3 of them, we would have enough details on the chemical strain to create a counteragent. Alright, so, fun never stops. Oh look, I recognize those things. Those are the transporter drop pods that the Vodwar used back at the Teray homeworld. That's something that could be a problem in the future. Are you guys? Yeah, they are. You know, we try to get around these guys without causing problems, and you guys cause problems. Oh, come on, you two! You guys are as bad as Tobin. Are you two quite through? Now these guys you can fight. They're coming right here. Ouch. Now, friends like these, who needs enemies? Are you quite through, you two?
Enemy targets on center. Personal shield losing power.
Sooner or later I should start thinking about feeding some of the stuff I'm picking up to the replicator, because there's an awful lot of stuff here. Now let's see if you guys can avoid aggroing the guys on the other side until we're ready. Medical. Shield. Guns. And no, you guys could not help it, could you? At least I got the defenses up.
Shield losing power.
Alright, let's get the data from here. That's one. It seems to be implying that there's something else. Oh, right, over here. Need one item from the last base. And you'll notice that it talks here about the open mission trapped. If you're thinking that probably portends all sorts of trouble, you're probably right.
Personal shield losing power.
Oops, I didn't want to go this way. And I find it interesting that I've got something over here for hidden assault. And I've got something oh, okay, that's a different open mission. Okay, I'm good.
Shield losing power.
So far, so good. Not quite ready to drop the bomb yet. I think I want to see the situation be a little uglier before I start dropping the nuke again. Oh, that was so fun to watch the Jemadar do the Kirk jump. Okay, now I might want to nuke. Wasn't as good as I would have liked, but it does a lot of damage, and that's really all I could ask for a situation like this. Okay, let's get everybody to heal up a little bit before we go after the last setup here.
Enemy target on sensor. Shield losing power. Flanking damage detected.
Okay, so far so good. Unfortunately, there's still plenty of bad guys around in here. You guys, I'm looking to go ahead, ignore those guys over to the side. What do? You aggro the guys on the side. Say that I'm not happy with you guys probably is an inadequate term. Unfortunately, I can't exactly drop the nuke on them yet, so... Oh yeah, multiple turrets. Alright, let's get the data from this console. And now we gotta take out incoming enemies. So this is where things start getting challenging. Luckily, we're in a pretty good position here. Let me drop the healing generator and a shield generator. And that puts our defense in a reasonable place. There we go. Oh man, this guy does not want to go down, does he? Oh, he's got this guy on him. Those tech commandos, nasty. We should be able to access the final chemical strain now. Well, why don't we do that while you two get into the trouble that you guys like to get into? Okay, we've got everything we need. The commander suggested we find their hidden hillside base. Aren't we already there? Well, now it's time to fight our way out of here. Alright, let's run this way. This actually isn't the way I want to go. That's a mission area, which means I have really flubbed it, and we're going to have to fight our way back in. I have definitely made a tactical error here. Oh, let's go back here. I want to slap down my medical devices. Oh, good. I've got the EMH, which is going to die almost immediately. And that's it for me. And I'm pretty sure that Verara Talon is not going to be of much help. But I'm willing to try. And you know what? I'm going to bravely leave my people here to die. I know, that's harsh. But I should be able to get them to effectively respawn in a safe area. I'm kind of gaming the system a little bit. Now you notice that I've got the map here. Look for hidden Kobali base. Cool. Holographic camouflage is our friend. So you're the next commander.
Excellent. We've been wondering when we would hear from anyone else. And having some place the Vaadwaur haven't found yet has been extremely valuable. Unfortunately, there is still more work to be done. We have key components of the strain, but we still need one last thing before we can create an antivirus.
Of course you do. What do you need?
Your information on the Vaadwaur's anti-Kobali research has been...
He's done it again! Using Cannell's
Work,
voice.
we need a sample of the original strain of the virus. We know that the base near us has the original strain of the virus.
Do the
stored,
devs think that
but
we don't notice?
have the strength to assault it. Would you lead the charge to get the original strain?
So we need the original strain. Okay. Now this is where things get interesting. We have a choice of rewards here. One is a duty officer, which is the Vaadwaur Warfare Specialist. And this will, if I recall correctly, it gives us a bonus to fight Vaadwaur on the ground. So, you know, that'd be useful. How useful? Well, that's where it gets a little dicey, because you see, I don't actually have room on my roster for him. Unless I pitch somebody, of course. You can probably suspect I'm going to pitch somebody. And you know what? I'm going to do that right now. Bye-bye hologram. I've got plenty of photon officers, so... I mean, I can grab one of these other things too, but... Gotta look at the big picture. Okay, well, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? 2 ways around the mountains to get to the new warfare area, and you'll notice that both of my people are still unconscious. But that's okay. And you know why it's okay? It's okay because if I should fall in battle, I'll respawn back here. So the way I see it, I really can't lose here. I get killed off, which is highly likely. Really highly likely, since, you know, this place just screams death trap, doesn't it? Let's start putting down, I could say roots, but that's not really an accurate term. But we're going to try to put down as many of my fabrications as I can, because I'm sure that when I initiate the data transfer, not to put a fine point on it, all hell will break loose. I'm hoping to get a multiple of plasma turrets, but I don't think that's going to happen. One more try. Nope. Okay, well, you know, I'm only willing to fight so far. Pop up the drone, pop up combat supply, initiate data transfer, and get ready to rumble! Seriously? So it's me against the Vodwar. Me against the hordes of alien enemies.
Base is clear.
By myself.
Start the data download now.
Thank you. Wasn't that what I was trying to do earlier? Download is starting. Override transporters. Repel Vodwar. Well, I don't see them. Oh, I spoke too soon. And now I've got reinforcements in the form of Kobali soldiers. Will they be enough? I'm gonna go with maybe. One set of invasion done. Up, and more is incoming. I didn't want to do that. Gotta say, it's a good thing that we've got the, oh, there's a chemical being released, and it's an ugly chemical. It's damaging everybody. What do we do? Oh, it's killing the Kobali. Oh, that's just peachy. Good thing I'm not Kobali. Oh, good. Now I gotta do a solo hold off. Well, this is where it gets ugly. Really? Only one soldier?
Personal shield losing power.
Sending these guys at me one at a time? That's not gonna fly. Need to put down a new shield generator.
Personal shield losing power. Making damage detected.
Oh, medical is gone. That's a bad thing to lose.
Personal shield losing power.
That support drone is going to be very annoying.
Personal shield losing.
Maybe if I got my own support drone doing something. Oh, nuts. Tech officer. He's probably going to be dangerous. Oh. But that is helpful because that means I have my triple firepower roll. Unfortunately, that guy's currently immune because he's got the tech commando help there. He's still immune. Oh, it's a support drone that's causing a problem now. Okay, let's see if that support drone can take a nuke. Ha! Take that. We have the data and the chemicals are dissipating into the air. On my own, I have repelled the invasion. Now, admittedly, I had some backup from Kobali, and I had my fortifications all built up there. But a win is still a win. I'm basically ignoring most crops unless they're at least green colored now. A successful raid upon Vodwar positions. Despite the, shall we say, idiocy of my bridge officers. We've received the data on the chemicals, sir. Examining them now. According to our readings, the chemical you encountered is designed to reverse the Kobali's rebirth process. The virus acts within seconds, and once the Kobali is infected, there is no recovery. Interestingly enough, in some ways, this virus resembles the treatments the Doctor used to temporarily restore a Voyager crew member who was revived by the Kobali genetic virus. So why would a Valar develop both? According to this data, the Kobali killer chemical was meant to wipe out all Kobali on the planet, and the anti-Kobali chemical would ensure that any Kobali they missed would not be able to continue their species. The Vaadwaur want to kill off the Kobali as fast and efficiently as possible. No loose ends. Can we make an immunization? Yes, but it would take some time. We will coordinate with Captain Bralia and Captain Kim's crew to do what we can. According to the data you recovered, the Vaadwaur have a large amount of the chemical stored in their main base and are planning on unleashing it on the Kobali. Your orders? Get working on the counter agent. I'll speak with Kobali. And that means taking the transporter back to the city. And look, my people are here. Who knew that using a transporter would possibly get them back into action? Alright, General Cannell. We've got news. And the news is not pretty. Man, there's this creepy Alaki again.
The Vaadwaur have a chemical that can instantly kill us? I don't even know how to respond anymore. I can only hope you all can come up with an immunization to ensure. I will rally our soldiers. We will need to make an all-out attack on their main base and stop the Vaadwaur before they can complete their horrible work. Speak with me again soon. Hopefully, we will be ready to begin the assault then.
So, let's grab that warfare specialist.
We can't stop until the Vaadwaur leave our world.
And with that, Act 2 is now complete. Now let's take a quick peek at the ground here. Now I saw the warfare specialist. Oh, he's right up top. No wonder I can't find him. We are going to replace Corzin with a damage debuff when science kit debuffs are applied, which makes sense since I'm not a... Why do I even have this guy here? Increased damage against the Vaadwaur. I think that's going to be pretty important coming up here, don't you think? What the hell was I thinking? So we've closed up the wrapper for Act 2, and that brings us to Act 3, which is the three-part episode that will conclude the work on Kobali Prime.
Our time to strike is now, before the Vaadwaur can deploy their main chemical payload. We would like you to be a part of the assault squad. Your first step will be to take and secure the Vaadwaur forward base in the mountains. Capture the base, and then meet with our squad in one of our hidden outposts in the mountains. They'll brief you on the next step. Move fast. We do not know when the Vaadwaur will begin releasing their chemical payload.
Now you'll see we've got a pretty handy one here. A superior research tech upgrade. 12,000 tech points. This is a biggie. Now you'll notice that it talks on the bottom here about special upgrade weekend events. I'm not sure when the next one is. And they happen on weekends, so you know, I wouldn't be able to do that on the stream anyway. Still, it's one of those things you pay attention to. Unfortunately, breaking the wall is all the way over here, so it's time to once again take the teleporters back to the upper mountains. Run, 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 run. Upper Hillside Base. All right, let's see. Complete the open mission at the gates. You'll notice that there's a lot of open missions that start being a big thing, at least during this adventure zone. And for some of that's a good thing too, because they can be rough on single players. Of course, that was back in the day. Things have changed. Oops, now we're up to 53 here. And they're clearly fighting somebody, so let's... Okay, someone's taking the choke point, so let's join the fun. Oh, nobody's taking it. That was just me. Hey, wait a second. Where's my crew? You idiots didn't come with me. Oh, I am not happy. You morons.
Enemy targets on sensor.
They're supposed to take the stupid transporter with me here. I am not happy. Okay, more guys coming in, interrupting the control. Good news is, as long as I don't die, it won't go down. And I can't even do a regroup here. I'm not happy with you two. We're going to have a serious talk about transporter discipline in the near future, and you will not be happy to hear it. Now, one tactic I would use back in the day would be to move my bridge officers all the way up here and have them shooting at the guys early. And then when they came down my way, I would do roughly what I'm doing now. Because you can see that they're not exactly coming down as a horde. If they came at more than 2 at a time, if they came more than 2 at a time, this would be a far uglier fight. Of course, it occurs to me that I could have put the disruptor. Plasma turret! You know, I was bound to hit the right energy type sooner or later. If I were smart, I would put the plasma turret up here, so that the moment they spawned in, they'd be shot. But I kind of like having all the ammo here. Quantum mortar is not really doing a whole lot of good here. I think the time's going to be coming when we'll replace that with something else. Push forward. Pushing forward all by myself. On the bright side, for a change, I can drop a nuke without fear of my people, hey, they're Klingons. Well, backup. In the form of other players, admittedly, but you know what? That works for me. Oh, apparently this is the area I gotta be, actually. I'm seeing the at the gates thing dropping here, or increasing, shall we say. Communications towers. And this is a shared mission, so it's not like they're going to do it and I won't get any credit for it. Let's overload this one. So far, so good. There's another one down. Oh, he's tough. He took the nuke. You know, I thought these guys were actually other players, but now I'm wondering if they were NPCs. Maybe not. Towers are down. Recover the final choke point, which is all the way over there. And now we'll just kick back and relax because it looks like some guys are taking care of the problem all the way over there. They want to do it that way? Works for me. I'm still getting credit for them. I just get back. I get to sit back and relax. Looks like it's the Kobali reinforcements that's taking them out. So this is actually turning into be a very satisfying situation. They do all the work, and we sit back and watch the fun. I almost feel bad about putting up these fortifications now. Yes, yes, come on through. Ignore us. That's right. Just keep on running. This may be the easiest phase I've had to do ever. Just sit here and watch and let time go by. I feel like I should break out a deck of cards and play solitaire. Look at that bar. Just, I guess there's a reason why they call this smooth sailing. I mean, look at all that. I have no idea if there's a player down there who's wreaking havoc or if it's the Kobali stuff there, but is doing a marvelous job on making sure that nobody gets anywhere near here. Choke point control is nearly complete. And that'll allow us to get to... Oh, here we are. And here we've got a couple different rewards available here. One is the Delta Alliance Mark package with an ancient power cell. The power cells are a big deal. Oops. The other one is an Iconian thing, and I'm not going to pick up Iconian stuff until the Iconian War hits. And those guys, looks like we finally had Vodwar spawn, and I'm not ready to deal with them. So we're going to go into another hidden area. Chat with Tychon Limbs. Near the end, let's finish this off. Well, it sounds like a great idea, but you know what would be a greater idea? First, I'm going to start selling some of my garbage, because I have garbage to sell. And this stuff's going to be straight sales here. Get rid of, I could probably sell some of this stuff on the exchange, but I'm just going to keep it simple today. Let's clear out. We're not going to get rid of the ground weapons there. Yeah, we were getting rid of the secret drone either and keeping that plasma array weapon. And that's pretty much it there. Now, the astute will have noticed that we are now at 10 o'clock hour here, which means it's time to wrap it up for the night. Next week, we will complete the Kobali mission arc and get back to dealing with the Vodwar out in space. So tune in next week, next Wednesday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern to 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern, approximately. And we'll see if Tel-El can manage to stop this dastardly Vodwar plot before it can reach fruition. I will also be streaming on Saturday, where I will be streaming Star Citizen. I do that in the afternoons at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern to approximately 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Last Saturday was a little bit of an exception. Real life got in the way, couldn't do the stream. I'll be picking up the Aurora MR Challenge this Saturday. Until then, I thank you all for watching, whether you're watching this live or watching this later on video, either on Twitch or on YouTube. Always appreciate folks spending some time with me here. This is Korath Landwalker signing off.